In the top right corner, as our teal Protoss, we are going to have WeWannaWin's Buckfast.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, we're gonna have our blue Zerg player, Xeno GS from the team Mythology.
So I'm wondering if, yeah, Buckfast is a disgusting drink from England that is horrendous.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before, so.
No, it's horrible. It's okay. Its description is tonic wine. So I'm wondering if he's English and he named it after that.
It might be. He might be naming it kind of ironically after just how terrible of a drink it is, because tonic wine, that just sounds awful.
Yeah, it is. It's like fizzy red wine that's far too strong and tastes like vinegar, and it'll make you blind if you drink too much. It's not nice.
Blind.
Yeah, it's horrendous. But pylon on the low ground, we're going to see a Forge Fast expand or a really quirky gateway expand.
If it'll probably be the Forge Fast expand, because this isn't on maps say like Neoplanet S, you can do the gateway expand at low ground just because the choke's so small, but this map the choke is big enough that you really do have to do the Forge expand if you're going to do it on the low ground, so.
Yes.
I guess on what we'd see.
Yeah, so I do expect the Forge. If we don't see it, I'll be very surprised. But pool has gone down. This probe harassing.
This probe trying to kill off some drones. I mean, it may where he might actually get that drone. Okay, I doubt it. He's just going to be 3 more hits just because of the healing, so. This is really cheeky play. It pulls a drone off, so that stops a little bit of mining time, but you're not actually going to ever kill another worker off at this high of level.
No, you shouldn't anyway. Like, if you do, they've really messed up. But here we go, Probe doing a great job blocking, and this guy is being really irritating, and slight miscontrol there. So the hatchery does go down, but same time as the Nexus.
Yep, so that's always kind of your goal as the Protoss player when you're going for your Forge Fast expand. If you can make it so your Nexus goes down at the same time as their hatchery, you've done a pretty good job with your probe. It's nice to obviously do more and get the pylon and stuff, but it's hard to wish for the best every single time.
So that probe going back in and harassing again.
This is absurd. He's just doing like 1 hit on a bunch of different drones.
Yeah, I know. Notice how all of them are on green health, even the one that was almost dead before. So that probe is actually going to die.
Yep, they heal up, and yep, this probe will get killed off by these Zerglings. They're just slightly faster than the probe, so with how low health it is and how long of a run it has to make, I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it makes it home, but it might. No, it won't. But all right, it looks like we're gonna get a fast third base too. So this is just gonna be like the last game we had on Daybreak, where it's nice Wings of Liberty-esque PvZ.
It is, and I wonder if we're going to see him go for Mutas this game, because again, Mutas on this map are just absolutely wonderful. So much dead space, really wide distances from the main to the third base.
Yeah, but it's not easy to bounce back and forth with the Mutas. It's not like Akalon Waste, you can kind of go back and forth really fast, but that doesn't matter because Mutas go so quickly, and it's impossible to defend the main and the third with the same army as a Protoss player. It's just so tough because of how far away it is.
It really is. But we did see that game the Protoss was wildly unprepared. Like,
oh yeah,
he was so unprepared for it. Like, if a Protoss player was more prepared, he could deal with that. With
if you have some
Templar, cannons, yeah, Blink.
It's just amazing how much like 1 or 2 cannons in each mineral line can really zone stuff out, because you're not going to want to fight into that with say 7 or 8 Mutalisks. So as you see those 7 or 8 Mutalisks engage, then you can start worrying about preparing more for it. So I'm a big fan of static defense.
It's like a planetary fortress. It doesn't actually do that much DPS when you look at it.
Yeah.
But it's just that extra little bit on top just completely zones people out from fighting in there.
It just makes everything so much more cost efficient for you if you're fighting into a planetary or into some cannon and stuff like that. You don't really want to do it because StarCraft's so important with the cost efficiency of all your units.
It really is, and we're seeing two Zealot buddies running hand in hand. They're going to go like, let's kill us some drones. So they're going to try and get a drone, maybe a queen. Creep spread isn't that great because the hatchery has just finished. So they could chase it off creep and then kill it, but I think he should be fine with the micro that he can run it around.
There was one slacker Zealot, the other one kind of went in all by himself, but I think they will be able to get this drone, maybe. The drone might just morph into a spine crawler to keep itself alive, but there are a decent amount of Zerglings coming in, so...
He's fighting and he dies, and...
Yeah, drone, you don't want to do that.
Gets a drone for 2 Zealots.
Yep, a drone and a little bit of scouting for 2 Zealots. I think that's pretty decent trade either way. Xeno knows that there's not going to be a bunch more aggression now because he killed off 2 Zealots. and Buckfest knows there's not going to be any sort of aggression because there's a really fast 3 base. So they can both kind of go home and macro up nice and easy.
And really fast third before anything else, so we're seeing like 1 gate fast third.
Yeah, is that a third off 1 gate? Wait, that is.
Yeah,
it is.
1
That's
gate, no tech.
really risky.
It is really risky.
He has 2 stalkers out of his whole army, so it's going to be very important for him to deny scouting of this 3rd base, because it'd be easy for Xeno just to... I don't know if he has a roach warren, but if he does... If he just throws down a roach warren and just pops a bunch of roaches, it'd be so easy for him just to go in and kill off that 3rd base.
Yeah, definitely. But he's, wow, he needs to micro. He's taking a lot of damage on his stalkers.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing, but...
He might actually lose the stalker just a couple of Zerglings, which is... I mean, it still took hull damage, which is really, really bad. You want all of your stalkers to be able to have as much health as physically possible, especially when fighting slow lings. That's a little bit of a bummer for Buckfast.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's doing it intentionally to kind of make him focus on the stalkers rather than trying to get the scout off. Because in the meantime, his 3rd is going up. He's got cannons going up there as well, nicely protected.
If that kind of helps delay the Zerglings, because if they see really well microed stalkers, they might just run right around him and try to scout. But I think that could be what it is. That'd be really smart.
Yeah, I think that might be what it is. More Zerglings are coming out though, but the Mothership Core is keeping them at home for some reason.
Yep, and double Stargate is coming out, so that's going to be the tech that he's deciding to choose here.
Oh,
I wonder.
God.
I don't think it'll be Phoenixes because it's too late in the game for him. I really do feel like
it's Void Raising Cannons.
Yep, Void Raising Cannons. There might be some Colossus coming out. This is going to be. This could get very turtley and interesting quite quickly.
He is getting that +1, so he isn't completely forsaking ground. He's going to look to use Zealots to defend, and Zerglings come in and go, damn, it's already up. He's got his cannons up and everything. And the Zerg has to think now, right, do I want to just try and out-macro this and take a 4th myself? Or do I want to go and try and deny this? And with the Hydras on the way and the road speed, it looks like he'll want to go and try and deny.
Yep, and Aspire, so you can get some mutas as well. So this is going to be a big attack on Buckfast's 4th base, or 3rd base. But the problem is, Daybreak, it may be hard to take your 3rd base, but when you get it up, it's pretty easy to hold with the Gateway SimCity you can make here with some cannons and sentries and stuff. It's pretty easy to hold after you already get it up.
Yeah, it's just establishing it, because you need those buildings, then you can like create chokes and force build them off to really kind of make the Zerg number advantage count for nothing.
You can really segment up the Zerg army, especially if they decide to go for roaches, because roaches have such low range, it's really easy to segment them off so not very many of them are actually attacking. But the Hydras could be the main issue here.
They could be, but again, they're slow Hydras, they don't have range as well, so you can force field them out again. No range, no speed, no nothing. He's just
why would you ever attack with non-range Hydras? That's just crazy.
Or even non-speed Hydras.
Yeah, because you really need that extra range, because the range makes it so they're the same range as Stalkers, which is such a big deal.
Yeah, it's a 20% increase on range if you want the stats, and that's actually huge.
That's a big deal. Really, it's amazing how much the range tiers matter so much in StarCraft. Like, looking at like the 7 range of a cannon, or like the 7 range of Marauders in a bunker, stuff like that is so much of a big deal over, say, like 5 range, or even 3 or 4 of a Roach. I thought Roach said 3.
Even the Colossus 6 to 9 is huge. It's a 50% increase in range. Like,
that's crazy.
It just means that without Colossus having range, they're essentially useless.
Because then they're the same range as Marauders before that, but he might actually be able to get this +1 armor, which is awesome.
Yeah, he does, but he's going to lose quite a few Hydras here. Sentry's going down though before he pops Guardian Shield, but
that is really good. It's good that he traded, when he knew all those Roaches and Hydras were going to die, the second he committed to that Forge, it's good that he tried to get some sentries after that too, because you want to get as many of them as possible so they lose all that gas, but it still may not have been worth it.
Robotech versus Mutas. He does have double Stargate, but he's not producing from it. Oh, he has the 5 Phoenixes, sorry. I forgot they were lifting the Hydras in the battle, but he needs to get them back home ASAP to deal with this.
Yep, because this is a decent amount of Mutas flying into his main base, so they can kill off quite a few probes, especially because he's not pulling his probes at all, and they get to scout the Robo base.
The Phoenixes aren't being microed properly.
Oh, micro your Phoenixes! There we go.
No,
he lost 2. That's really bad. You should never lose Phoenixes against that few amount of Mutas, and now that he killed a couple of those Phoenixes, he went, alright, I can do this, and he just popped 15 Mutas right away.
Yeah, because if you had 5 Phoenixes left over after that, another 2, you got 7. 7 against like 16, you can fight that easily because you just keep fighting. But
now 5 or 3 against 16 with some more leftover Mutas, that's just going to be really hard to do. Buckfast is gonna have to get his fleet beacon up really quick and get Phoenix range to be able to deal with all these mutas.
Yeah, he really will need to, especially since he does not have Twilight Council. He doesn't have any chance of Templar tech. Triple Robo.
Triple Robo. This is not what you need against mass mutas. That's for sure.
He built the Stargates. He tried to force the Hydralisks and assumed that he would go into Hydras rather than mutas, and it's just not looking good for him now.
Yeah, it's just so many mutalisks coming off against so many Robo units. He is being a little reckless with these mutas. He's losing quite a few in this main base, but still he can just build so many, especially because he's on 5 bases. He's about to have 10 gas. That's just crazy.
Yep, and here we go. Mutas coming back into the natural now. Loads of Stalkers being warped in, and the Phoenix is coming in to help. If he doesn't get out there fast, and the Nexus charge as well, he can kill quite a few mutas here.
Yep, and you really want to minimize the amount of mutas you lose because they are quite expensive each with 100 minerals, 100 gas. He's mining a lot, which helps, but this big attack in the middle is going to be
hallucinated Archons, which are
so
actually tanking the damage. He's targeting them down first.
Yeah, because he doesn't want that splash damage on the mutas. I think he may have realized they're hallucinated now, so he's not focused firing them, but this is going to be... Yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to clean this up, to be honest. These mutas are going to die, and there'll still be some Colossi left.
Too powerful against the mutas and these Colossi. Now you've got Robo army. You've got Immortals and Colossus. Provided he doesn't swarm him with too many links, which he cannot afford to do, he doesn't have the lava. What is going to take this?
Yeah, this was the exact time he had to hit, because if he would have waited any later, the continuing number of mutas would have just started to rip him apart with all of his bases, but he hit this beautiful timing before the muta ball got too big, and while Xeno was teching and expanding, he could really kill him off right now with just all these Colossi.
Yeah, I think he will kill him.
Yeah,
he's trying to make Roaches, but you've got 3 Immortals and 2 Colossus to deal with this, as well as Stalkers. Phoenixes can live.
And he doesn't have the larva, but he's been spending so much on drones. I mean, he has 80 drones right now, and already 21 or 15 have been killed. So he had 95 drones at a point. Envy was spending all that larva on mutas that he kind of recklessly get killed, but I don't think he can do this. It's just such a perfect timing from Buckfast.
It is, and today I learned that triple Robo counters Spire Tech.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my god. So, I mean, more Roaches are coming out, but there's no way you can fight this army with Roaches. There's 3 Immortals and 2 Colossi in it. They're just gonna get... The Roaches are just gonna get melted so fast.
Yeah,
you may kill a single Colossus, but...
Yeah, but that's it. Like, there's nothing sarcasm. GG well played, and WeWannaWin clan actually takes it today.
Wow. Congrats to them. That was a beautiful timing and just a well-played game and a well-played series.